Pre starts in pole position here in Mexico alongside AJP as it's lights out. And away we go. Sizzling H, Lugner and Jack get an excellent start down to turn 1. There's a midfield battle between Jack and AJP, who's fallen all the way down to P6 as the drivers come down to the first corner. And Levi makes contact with AJP, and there's a massive crash at the start, and AJP is out of the race, as well as Levi. Let's take a look at Lugner's getaway at the start. Foot down, Lugner getting away faster than the others ahead of him. Past AJP, past the Alpine driver of Jack, finds himself behind the Aston Martin driver of Pre, side by side. That's the other drivers behind Lugner, and that's Lugner going into first, down to the first corner, and that's where the incident happened behind in the background. Well, that crash has caused the safety car here on the opening lap of the race. LJ going into the pits. Lugner gets the fastest lap of the race. LJ the first to pit here on lap 2. Lugner leads the drivers down towards turn 1. Pre's in second. He's just behind the Mercedes driver. Both drivers on the soft compound of tyres. Lugner in the lead. Pre won't get DRS, but will still try and attack Lugner. Pre is gaining on the Mercedes driver, but he goes slightly wide. Now Dom's going to gain on the Aston Martin driver. 3 cars battling for first as Pre thinks about tucking it down the inside, and he makes contact, and Pre span himself out. Dom gets past, Ollie gets past. There's a bit of contact on Jack's car, but he's passed as well as Blazer, and Pre falls down into P6. Relic gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. He's the second driver to come into the pits here on lap 4. Blazer in P5 has Jack just ahead of him. Jack in P4. Dom in second place, trying to fight for points for McLaren in the constructors fight. The opposition is Alpine. The hunt is on. Lugner still leads as we go on to lap 5. Dom's in second and he's gaining on the Mercedes driver. The McLaren driver is closing the gap between himself and Lugner. He's going to pull now to the outside. Lugner has the inside line. It's close between the two drivers. Can Dom take the lead of the race here in Mexico? He can. Dom is now in first. Jack is in P4 with Ollie ahead of him in P3. Jack is on the hard compound of tyres. Ollie's on the softs. The Alpine driver needs to get past Ollie to get more points for the constructors fight. He's up against Dom, who currently leads as Lugner goes into the pit. So Ollie's going to go up into second. Jack now is up into third, and he might even think about making the move on Ollie as they approach down to turn 1. Ollie under pressure. Jack thinks about trying to tuck it round the outside, and he does, and Jack goes up into P2. It's a good overtake from the Alpine driver. LJ currently sitting in P9, not having a great race today here on lap 8. Relic is in P6. He's got to defend it. He's got Sizzling H just behind him. The Haas driver having to defend his position. Sizzling H now going on the attack. Oh, but he gets it wrong, and he's off the track. Has he lost his wing? He hasn't, but he's going to get overtaken by Blazer, and Sizzling H drops down the order into PA. Jack needs to get this overtake on Lugner as soon as possible, and he might be able to get it down the straight. Lugner has to try and defend, but he's flashing. Jack saved his energy, and Jack's getting past. Up into P2 he goes. Dom is 5 seconds ahead, though, of the Alpine driver with only 7 laps to go. Relic is in P6. The highest he's ever finished in an LGN F1 league race is in P4, and that was around Monaco. Sizzling H goes wide slightly there, but he's going to get DRS, and now he's going to produce the overtake on Relic and goes up into P6. Relic down to P7. Relic's tyres are worn. Lugner is on the medium compound of tyres, and he's gaining on the Haas driver. Relic coming around this corner here on lap 15. Oh, but gets a bit of oversteer and almost runs into Lugner, but Lugner gets the move up into P7. Relic falls down to P8, not where he would like to be after he was starting so well. We're on the final lap of the race, and Lugner finds himself just behind the Williams driver of Blazer. It's the battle for 6th. Blazer pulls to the outside. Lugner tucks it down his inside, and Lugner, can he get the move? He can get the overtake Will he be able to complete it as they come down to turn 1? He does. Lugner gets the move on Blazer up into P6. Blazer falls down to P7. Dom has a 12.5-second lead on Jack. He has had an absolutely fantastic race today here in Mexico. Dom is going to get his 5th overall win in the LGN F1 League. He does win here in Mexico for McLaren. And Jack is going to come home to finish in 2nd. Damage limitation once again for the Alpine driver. Pre's going to cross the line in 3rd place. Ollie is going to finish in 4th, with Sizzling H finishing in P5. Lugner finishes in 6th, Blazer in 7th, and Relic in P8. Dom wins here in Mexico in the LGN F1 League. After his teammate AJP retired from this race, he brings home the win for McLaren. Jack finishes in 2nd after his teammate Levi also DNF'd in this race and caused damage limitation for Alpine in the constructors fight. And Pre finishes in 3rd for Aston Martin. Here's who won Driver of the Day for last week's race in USA. A big congratulations to Levi, who got 57% of the 30 votes for your Driver of the Day. Here are the Drivers' League standings after today's race in Mexico. Levi's in 1st on 345 points. Dom is in 2nd, Evan is in 3rd, AJP is in 4th, Gerald Crisp in 5th, Pre in 6th, Sizzling H up into 7th, and Lugner down into 8th. Ollie is in 9th, LJ in 10th, Jack up into 11th, Blazer in 12th, Harry Sanchez in 13th, Totally JD in 14th, JC in 15th, Active Buffalo in 16th, Sirius in 17th, Relic in 18th, Agile in 19th, and Entire YOLO is in 20th. And here are the Constructors' League standings. McLaren are 1st on 438 points, closely followed by Alpine in 2nd on 429 points. Red Bull are in 3rd, Alfa Romeo in 4th, Mercedes in 5th, Aston Martin in 6th, Williams in 7th, AlphaTauri are in 8th, Ferrari are in 9th, and Haas are in 10th. Thank you for watching today's video. We will see you next week around Brazil.